You think Logan Paul is going to try and make a scam MMO next? No. He's got a fat contract from the WWE. Prime's $1 billion brand. I think what he's going to do is just lay low on the internet entirely until he needs to market Prime. I don't think he's going to take any other, like, brand deals or try and pump anything else. Thanks, Resub Hippie. Is Star Citizen coming out at some point? Finally? WWE doesn't pay well, I thought. Where'd you hear that from? Everything I've ever heard from the WWE is that they actually do pay out the ass. Most of their shit is internally with Vince McMahon. Like all of their really shady shit. Let me see. I've always heard that it pays really well. I don't know how trusted this article is, but according to this, Brock Lesnar is the current highest salaried athlete at 12 mil a year, and then Roman Reigns is second at 5, which actually is kind of surprising. I would have thought Roman Reigns would be a lot more than 5 mil a year. 5 mil is still a fucking ton, but Roman Reigns is like the guy. AEW is the only one that pays well, and most people are getting 10 plus with travel and hotel expenses paid for. In the AEW? Thanks for 5 gifts, sub Sleepy. They got pockets like that? Let me see. Here's the highest paid AEW athletes by comparison. The number one as of late 2022 is Dean Ambrose at 6 mil a year. And then Chris Jericho in second at 3. But again, I don't know how reliable these websites are. Highest paid AEW athlete gets paid 10 root beer floats a year. It's fucked up. These are solid contracts. Ooh. Here's a breakdown of like average salary contracts. So average non-superstar contract in the WWE is $75K a year. The average in the AEW for non-superstar is $30K. And then Impact Wrestling average salary per year non-superstar is $15K. Holy shit, that's less than minimum wage. Do you pay your wrestlers well? Yeah. Well, since they're not like contract employees or anything, they don't have a salary. It's just when they perform, we pay them. Thanks to Prime Arkosh. So yeah, we don't have like an average salary or anything yet. None of them are contracts. Just per performance. Thanks to Prime Random. And usually just whatever they ask for. I don't even know why I said usually. So far of the 3 matches we've done, it's just been whatever they ask. When's the next wrestling event? Hopefully soon. We've got 2 wrestling events that we're ready to pull the trigger on. It's just one of them needs our ring to be finished, which it's not, unfortunately. And then the other one requires a large set, which we're still having to get permits for. But once either one of those is ready, we'll have the next one filmed. You more excited for Barbie or Oppenheimer? Oh, Barbie, for sure. Like, legitimately. That movie is starting, like, international conflict because of that one scene that they had of the map. And I just think it's going to be an absolute, like, fun, bad movie. Sad that each MWL video gets less and less views. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, that's a very niche thing. And especially with the shit that I do. It's like a niche of a niche in the things that I do. But it's super fun. And I think the content fucking slaps for it. So that's fine. And the resub asterisk. Sorry to hear that. For what it's worth, I don't play ads on stream anymore. I'm still under Twitch contract. I'm just legitimately not running ads or doing any of that anymore. Haven't done that for like the last like 5 months. So if you're getting ads, it's because it's the Twitch piped ones through a pre-roll. And there's nothing I can do about it. Aren't you violating the contract though? No, the contract is if you don't fulfill the obligations like ad requirements, you just don't get paid for the contract, which is fine. I'm really hoping we can just amicably terminate the contract so that way I can try YouTube streaming pretty soon. But it's been kind of radio silence for like 2 months now. I'm gonna give sub, or the bits sab. What's the worst movie you've ever seen? Like actual garbage? I've talked about this a lot. I made a whole video on it, but here, I'll pull it up again for you. This is still, in my opinion, the worst film I've ever watched. Well, obviously, it'd be my opinion. The worst film I've ever watched. Yeah, this one. No, it wasn't fun bad. It was legitimately miserable. Like, actually miserable. And yeah, I watched it earlier. Goodness. Evil Dead Rise was miserable too. I actually liked Evil Dead Rise. What didn't you like about it? It was a fun little bottle movie. How would you pitch a Moonfall 2? What do you mean, how would I pitch it? I can't even pretend to understand where Roland Emmerich wanted to take Moonfall. I wouldn't pitch it. I'd just love for it to exist. There's a resub. Light. Have you ever been legitimately scared during a horror movie? Yeah, of course. Made a whole video on that too. The first horror film I ever watched was One Missed Call, which is one of the rare movies with a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a fucking stinker. But it was the first horror movie I saw and I was legitimately traumatized. Actually fucking traumatized.